So, Justin, today I want to talk to you about these Disney remakes. Of course, you know what I'm talking about. It started. What was the first one? I think they started with Cinderella. I want to say.
I don't know. I think it was maybe even before that. I know that they.
Really?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Maybe it was Cinderella.
But they started a while ago, and now they're like making one big round.
So there's been like 3 this year, has there not?
Yeah, there's Dumbo, Aladdin, and Lion King, which I didn't see Dumbo.
Didn't see it either.
Saw Aladdin.
Yeah.
And I'll probably see Lion King.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll see it?
I think I'll see it, yeah.
The question that I want to ask here is why? I mean, what's funny that I just kind of thought of a second ago was we already kind of answered the question because we said we were going to go see Lion King.
So basically we got played before we even started this thing.
I think really the question I want to ask is like, what's the end game with these movies? Are they trying to replace the classics? Or do you think it's just a quick little like, here's a fun little thing to, you know, like a walk down memory lane type of deal?
I think it serves 2 purposes. The way now that I think about it, I think this is what you said was good. It's the nostalgia factor for all the people that love the originals. Like all of the people that are like adult age now have seen the Disney classics in animated form or grew up with them.
True.
Grew up loving them.
As we did.
Yeah, I mean, we did. And so I think there's a lot of nostalgia, so they know it'll play well, like, in that respect.
Uh-huh.
And then also kind of like the revitalization of important brands. When you go to Disneyland, if you don't know what The Lion King is, or if you don't know what Aladdin, there's a lot of stuff that plays into that. A lot of marketing, a lot of the t-shirts, a lot of the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I see.
They already set up, like, this whole empire built on, like, these classic movies. So just re-injecting them with energy in the form of a live-action remake.
That's really good point, actually, because there is a generation younger than me and you. They probably don't know or much care for the classics like Aladdin or Lion King because they're so old now.
Right. Well, I mean, I think they still play really well with kids. Like, I know.
But I mean, like, a little kid, wouldn't he rather watch something else?
I don't know. I don't have any children. Do you have kids? We need a 5-year-old's opinion.
It's like they're old. You know what I mean? Like
they're definitely old.
I think the stories are still great. The music obviously is still amazing, but like when you just look at it, it looks old and sounds old. And kids these days, man, they don't want old stuff. They want stuff new. They want explosions. They want explosions. But
they're not. That's the thing. There's not that much new going on. And if anything, like in a lot of cases, I think a lot of the outrage with Lion King is it kind of robbed some of the creative power they had with the original expressions of the animals.
Don't even get me started with that, because that bothers me a ton. Why would you... It makes 0 sense. Why would you make these animals so emotionless? Like, on purpose. You know what I mean? It was purposefully done that way.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's ridiculous to me.
But I think, why are we both electing to go see it? Is it for the spectacle, or just like to be curious about why they're, I don't know, to get it? Because I kind of get the picture at this point. They've had Jungle Book, Aladdin, you know, all these different remakes. I even skipped out on Dumbo. Not a huge fan of that one.
Me neither. Sorry, Dumbo.
But like, why am I drawn back in? I don't know.
They got you on a hook.
They got me on a hook.
They got us all on a hook. But I just feel like, again, it's kind of just this cheap thing where it's like, they know that the classics will always be the classics.
Right.
But it's like, let's make this movie so that people can go out and see it one weekend and then go back to loving the original, and then it's like a one and done type of deal. You know what I mean? That being said, here's one thing that I think could be cool, is if they take, for example, they already did Aladdin, is if they went on and did like the sequel. And it doesn't even have to be, because there was the cartoon sequel, right?
Yeah.
Return of Jafar, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's actually a cool opportunity to now further the story with a modern day like live action movie. And it doesn't have to be like the cartoons.
Disconnected from like the secondary movies they made afterwards, just going off of the original, and then like continuing on with the live action
they don't even have to do the original, because again, we know the story, we've seen it. But like this now with Aladdin, they're in a cool opportunity.
So kind of like world building, but just like in a different
Exactly, because you said that they're trying to further the brand, you know, and like re-energize it. And you could do that without remaking the original. I
guess you could. That's true. Yeah, well, dude, and honestly, it just kind of feels lazy. I don't know. I don't see a lot of positives, because it's like...
Exactly, and so I'm trying to... Because there aren't. That's why I'm trying to say, like, the one thing that they could do is further the story beyond what we know.
Like, I do think it's interesting that they've taken some creative liberty, and some of the... like, Jungle Book had some differences. Aladdin had a couple, but like for the most part, it's pretty.
There are some
like
things...
there's this fine balance because people are like, if you're remaking Aladdin, you better make it freaking spot on.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then other people are like, what's the point of this? You know what I mean? Like
if it's exactly the, you know,
why?
It's a lose-lose for them. It really is. This brings me to my next point. Did you see the Mulan teaser?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So, some people, pretty much including myself too, are mad at the fact that they aren't planning on making this one like a musical. There's no music.
Are they not? I thought she had like a singing number. Or was that just in the background? No, she wasn't singing. It just played the original score, the who and the one where she sings the reflection song.
So they're making a lot of changes with Mulan. Have you heard about this?
No, I haven't.
So
I mean, the trailer definitely felt way different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so again, it's like they're in this place where it's a lose-lose. If they do a 1-to-1 remake, people are like, this is lacking so much creativity. We've already seen this. Why remake this? If they do a completely new take on it, it's like you're butchering the classic. You're butchering what we know and love, you know?
Right.
Complete lose-lose situation. And Mulan is my favorite of those movies.
Dude, I love Mulan.
Partly because of the music. The songs are so good. Why? If they're not going to sing the songs, like, I might go see it, but not because of my relation to the classic.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because they market it as a remake, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then in a lot of cases it is just a pure remake, and in other cases you don't really know what to expect if they take those creative liberties and kind of reinterpret the story in a way, you know?
It will be interesting to see how that one
I think it's even that solely is my interest in seeing these. If they make it same exactly, or if they try to like spin something and make it a little bit different. I think that's the only reason I go and see them.
Me too. I also feel like, at the very least, sometimes you want to hear the new versions of the songs.
I don't know.
I care about that. It's like,
for me.
Because, like, for example, with Aladdin, you want to hear how Will Smith sings the Genie songs, you know? Yeah. And that's like, at the very least, you would be interested in hearing that.
Yeah, they definitely played into that too. But, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
Mulan is going to be big, because it seems like they're already trying to show that it's different. Like, all the other trailers for these movies, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and The Lion King, they have had the music in the trailers. This is just a teaser from Mulan. It's still a ways away.
Right.
But that was absent in this thing, right?
Not only that, did you see that they made it look like a freaking Star Wars movie, dude? She had some combat.
Did they? I need to watch it again.
I feel like she had like a flip, as I recall. There was like a moment where she did like a ninja acrobatic.
That's cool.
It is cool, and there's some combat in the original, but like I think they're gonna further that.
I hope so. I felt like Mulan could make a cool live action story.
But I also want to say this: is it supposed to be disconnected from reality? These live action remakes? No, all of them, because Aladdin doesn't feel like it's a real world.
Well, there's genies and lamps that grant wishes. So.
I know, but at the same time, what's the purpose of the live action? I thought the whole purpose of that was to like make it real life. You know what I mean?
I thought the whole purpose was to build them in a shared universe so that they could team up and fight Thanos. You know that every franchise at one point they all have to team up and fight Thanos.
That'd be crazy if they made
It's now the new standard. Giant missed opportunity. That's on them. That's on them.
Well, maybe they're moving towards that. They're gonna announce Phase 4.
Phase 4 of the Disney live action remakes. Well, they have Maleficent, dude. She could be the big the big bad guy.
Oh my gosh, and they've been doing some promotional stuff for her too.
You just wait until
holy cow
they announce
this video's gonna age really well.
This video's gonna age really well when they announce the multiverse and Mulan.
Okay, anyway, what's your take on live action remakes, people? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Should we even support them? Like, should I stick it to the man?
Yeah, because some people are like, why don't support this garbage?
Well, it's because they could be making new stories, new classics.
But people obviously like these old ones enough to go out and see them. Would you prefer that they make these things really faithful to the classics, or that they depart from that in a big way?
I think I like the departure, even
too,
for good or bad.
Sometimes it leaves you with a sour taste because you're like, I went in for Mulan and I didn't get Mulan.
I guess that's true, but I'm all into the departure because if it's a story, they might as well shake it up a little bit.
Shake it up, exactly. Return of Jafar for Aladdin.
Holy cow!
Don't you think?
Yeah, but
maybe
not
thing.
Even Return of Jafar. Maybe instead of in Lion King.
Aladdin
is good. Scar's good. Mufasa is bad.
Oh my
you
gosh.
imagine?
Everybody would throw up. No, we do this. Aladdin versus Simba. Dawn of cartoons.
Whoa, that'd be hot.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.